market, I bought Burberry, Fendi and some more. Hi and very welcome. My name is Mary. This is my channel Lumi Level Up and I'm a luxury lover on an average income trying to be more mindful with my money. And today we are at the huge flea market in the Nuremberg city that takes place twice a year. This was filmed the second weekend of May. I will show you a little bit around and then show you my haul, and yet again I found incredible pieces for insane prices. I have been a little bit lazy with filming this time and asking for prices on items where I didn't have the intention to buy, so rather take this as some impressions that lead to the final haul where I scored some designer pieces as well. An item I left behind and didn't even ask for the price is this mini MCM bag. It might have been vintage, but I rather think it was a fake because the quality was not really there. The logo on the buckle was completely crooked and the inside was already dissolving, so even if it would have been very cheap, the risk was too high for me that this was an inauthentic item that I would be stuck with. At another stall there was another vintage MCM bag that had a price tag of 160 euro and even a Vestiaire Collective authenticity tag. But if you know me and my videos, you probably know that I wouldn't give too much about that tag anymore, and indeed the seller did not seem to care that much about authenticity themselves because they had two terribly poor made Alma BB replicas. We had wonderful weather, so the entire city of Nuremberg was crowded, which definitely makes it even nicer for the people selling as well. Hubby took some shots of me looking around, checking out some jewelry, even though that's not my main target. Obviously, I'm most interested in the bags. I found a cute vintage Eigner bag, but didn't ask for the price on that one because I do not actually need it. Definitely don't need another pair of sunglasses either, but if this one would have been cheap, I probably would have gotten it for the vintage sunnies look. But the seller asked for 100 euro, which definitely is too much for me riding the vintage sunglasses trend wave, even though it would have come with the original case. The seller from the next sales booth was a lady working at Longchamp. You were able to tell because she had quite some Longchamp pieces, especially scarves. Each one was just 15 euro, but there were too many, so I couldn't even decide. But I got into a little conversation with the seller and I did end up buying something there. Spotted vintage Coach sneakers, but they were neither my size nor my style, so I did not even ask for the price on them. Condition was very good, I would say. Maybe they were not even vintage, but quite current collection. Nuremberg has one street where there used to be luxury boutiques like Louis Vuitton and even Hermes. Unfortunately, both boutiques closed down and we just have Emerson Rinaldi left, where you can get brands like Gucci, Balenciaga or Fendi, for example. Right in front of that store, probably some staff sold personal items from them like Alexander Wang shoes, Elia or Chloe sneakers. You could tell there was quite some luxury to be found. Unfortunately, all of the shoes were way too small for me, so I didn't bother to ask for the prices. Luxury ready to wear as well. Balenciaga man sneakers in size 46. That's again me on the hunt because I spotted a bag that looked interesting. I tried to get my way through the crowd to that bag that I will show you in just a second. Can you spot it? Obviously, I don't expect to ever find an Hermes Birkin bag at the flea market, but never say never. Obviously, this was just a dupe though. From a dupe to a straight up fake, it didn't look that bad from the outside, but very easy to tell when taking a look inside. Talking about very easy to tell, what's that? Mixing up Karl Lagerfeld, Versace and Louis Vuitton. The next sales booth held a huge surprise for me, because there were very obvious bad fakes, but I spotted one bag that seemed legit. A vintage Louis Vuitton cartouchier bag. The condition of the vachetta leather has not been the very best anymore, but if the price would have been right, I definitely would have given that bag a try and would have gotten it authenticated afterwards, even though I'm quite sure this is authentic. I'm quite familiar with vintage Louis Vuitton. The seller seemed to know as well that it might be authentic because he asked for 300 euro, which is a fair price, I would say, even for that condition. I personally don't need it because I already have that many monogram bags, but there's no way this seller will find someone who is willing to pay 300 euro on a bag when it is placed next to all these fake bags. It's hard enough to be trustworthy and sell a bag for 300 euro at the flea market, even if you don't sell any fakes. Later on spotted a pair of Stuart Weitzmans, which you might know is a brand I highly enjoy, but they were too small for me. My biggest regret of the day is not getting this brown Burberry shopper tote. It was quite used, but it was just 60 euro and I love shopper totes. I should have gotten it, because I'm quite sure I I could have worked some magic on it with some brown shoe cream and it might have looked like brand new again. There's only one style left I want to show you with a lot of luxury items before I share my haul. They even had Chanel sneakers. Unfortunately, way too small for me and therefore I was too shy to ask for the price because I thought they could easily tell that my feet are too big for those shoes. You never have a guarantee that things are authentic at the flea market, but the selection of that seller made it seem to me that they actually were a luxury lover willing to spend on luxury items. There was a Gucci watch as well, several pairs of Prada or Balenciaga shoes, all of them the same size as the Chanel sneakers and therefore way too small for me. They had luxury ready to wear as well. This pink Heath Ledger dress was €80, and since that were not really prices I would want to pay at the flea market if not falling madly in love with a piece, therefore I didn't even ask for the price on that Miu Miu sweater because it was quite basic. I just looked around if there was something I would fall in love with, but nah, nothing. Welcome to my living room where I now will present you my haul of the things I bought at that Nuremberg flea market, which, as you have seen in the little intro part, are quite some luxury items as well. If you paid very close attention, you would have been able to spot two of the items that I bought already in the vlogging part, but I will show you everything now and talk you through everything. So I'm already wearing one of the pieces I got. I will just stand up and I filmed a little better all body shot for you as well that I will insert for you. Unfortunately, this is a little fail, I think. This is a jumpsuit by the brand Massimo Dutti. I only paid €5. I think it fits me quite well, but somehow I had this jumpsuit imagined differently. I even tried it on at the flea market because I was wearing a maxi dress, so I was able to jump into the pants and see if the size would fit. And hubby even took some pictures, and hubby and my brother-in-law, they were laughing and jiggling and said that I look like a genie in a bottle, and I didn't want to listen to them. I thought I will be able to pull it off, make it work with a belt. That was my plan, but unfortunately, even with a belt, I don't love the way this piece looks on me, so probably this might be the only time I'm actually wearing it. The fabric feels very nice and I think the shimmer looks very nice as well, but no, I don't think I'm cool enough to pull that off. Now I will let my sister try that jumpsuit on because she has more of a bold style, I would say, at least more than I, and maybe she wants to get that piece from me. If not, I will have to try to sell it on myself because I unfortunately cannot see myself wearing it and I should have listened to hubby, I guess. Next item is probably my highlight of the day. I scored. Where is the label? There is the label. Yet another Burberry trench coat in navy blue. I mean, how lucky am I? How lucky. I started with a very small Burberry collection. I do have a video about that. And back then, I don't even remember, I showed you two of my sister's trench coats because I myself, I think I did not have a single one back then. And by now I have two beige ones, one black one, now a navy one. And I think that's it. But I have two more kilted jackets by Burberry and a linen blazer. Ever since I filmed my Burberry collection, I have been so lucky at the flea market. I'm going to put it on for you quickly, but here as well I filmed a little try-on shot for you. On purpose I wore a black dress for the try-on shot so you can see the difference between the navy and the black. I don't think it is the best outfit, but the size is very nice. It has very long sleeves. I actually did buy it from an older man, so this is a men's piece, but I think the cut is very unisex, and since I am very tall, I think I will be able to pull it off very well. The man asked for €50 and I haggled him down to 40 and I'm just incredibly happy with that purchase. The only con to it was that I found this piece quite early on at our flea market trip and it was a very hot day, so there was no way of me putting the coat on and just wearing it. So I threw it over my bag and was carrying that coat the whole time, which was, well, not the best timing, but obviously if I would not have found it that early on, maybe someone else would have snagged it up, because I think the price was very good. Because yes, it is a vintage coat, definitely, but to me they are just timeless and I love my vintage Burberry trench coats. How do we want to go on? Oh, maybe a quick little see-through PVC pouch thingy by Kenzo. I think this might have come with a bathing suit or bikini, and that's as well how I intend to use it. I think this is quite practical if you can put your wet bikini into it or some small items when you go to the beach or something. This was €1, so it absolutely did not hurt, and I got that. Should we dip our toes into Fendi? No, I think I have one item for you that I resisted, which is this pair of Versace sunglasses. I know that my friend Adam Ridgway here on YouTube, he will be sad that I left behind a pair of Versace sunglasses, because he loves the brand. I actually do think they suit me very well. The seller was talking to me as well that, oh, they suit me perfectly and I should definitely get them, and they suit you even better than the ones you are wearing, which were my Prada sunglasses that I recently got the same pair for my mom. I'm not entirely sure if that was what drew me to not getting them, because I think it's kind of rude. I mean, sure, she wants to sell her sunglasses, and maybe she even thinks that her sunglasses did suit me better than my own, but I don't know. It just didn't feel very nice that she told me that my sunglasses do not suit me as well as hers. She asked for €40 on them, which I think would have been quite a good price, because they came with the case as well. But they had quite some scratches on the glasses, so maybe one day I would have to get the glasses exchanged, because it's not that nice of a look if you have luxury sunglasses, but they are all scratched up. The combination of that seller talking to me in a very, how can I say it? Abby was joking afterwards that she seemed like as if she might have taken some drugs. The kind of drugs. So, I don't know, she was too much for me to handle in that situation, and then I left behind the glasses because I went a little bit sunglasses crazy lately and I do not need another pair, even though Versace sunglasses for €40 are not the worst deal. But then I searched around at home and you can already get them for around 120 without any scratches, so no regret there. I already told you in the little vlogging part that there was a sales booth with a lady that I already from the first look had the suspicion she might work for Longchamp or used to do so, because she had quite some Longchamp bags. I think I filmed 2 for you, and she had an entire rack with Longchamp scarves, which were only €15 each for 100% silk, which was a very good price, but she had so many scarves that it was too much for me. I was not able to decide which one I would like to pick, and I did not want to get all of them, and then I ended up not getting one at all. But I did get a bag from her, and I'm so super curious to see how that bag will work for me, because somehow I fell madly, crazily in love. This is the Rousseau phone case in tan leather, which you can wear crossbody. And, well, it's hanging too low on me right now, but I think you get an idea. So it has the Rousseau bamboo buckle, which actually I learned at that sales booth. I knew that the Longchamp pieces with the bamboo detail oftentimes are called Rousseau, but I never questioned it, and now I found out that Rousseau is French for bamboo. So that's that, one thing learned. And this bag actually belonged to her husband, who was with her at the sales booth, and he was a very funny guy. He was talking to me and joking, and oh, there's one more detail about the bag. I will turn it around for you. When I found it at their sales booth, the entire backside had color transfer from jeans. And the husband was like, oh, don't worry, you can definitely clean that. He used to work for Longchamp a while ago as well, and just take some dishwasher soap and put it on a toothbrush and rub over it and you will be able to get it off. And I thought to myself, no way. I was super skeptical, because I thought if it was that easy, why didn't they do so before selling the piece? But the price ended up being so good that I thought, well, I can live with that color transfer. When I wear the bag against my body, you won't see it anyways. I just filmed a quick clip of the before, because when I got home I was so excited to try it out if it actually will work and get clean. And I thought it definitely won't work, so I don't have to take a good shot, so I just took a quick one. But indeed, quickly rubbing over it with dishwasher soap and a toothbrush, and it looks like brand new. They did not even lie to me. And when it comes to the price point, I already said that man was kind of funny. He said that, oh, just a few moments ago there was a girl and she wanted to buy something. He was playing a little game with her, asking how old she is, and that's the price she would have to pay. So he looked at me and was like, so how old are you? I was thinking it through in my mind that I don't want to pay more than €30 for the bag at the flea market, even though I'm definitely over 30 years old. So I thought I'll just make a little joke, but keep it in a way that it's at least somewhat realistic still. So I said, oh, 21. Then we both laughed and he said, I guess the price of the bag is €21. And then I was like, well, 21 let's make 20 because that's the nicer number. And he agreed, so I got this bag for an incredible price because it currently still sells for 190 euro. And whew, I love the look of it. I can't wait to use it. Actually, I have already used it. When walking the dog, I think I told you that I'm currently helping my mom quite a lot with her dog. This is very practical to just take the necessities. It doesn't hold a whole lot, but the necessities. If you are interested, I think, well, I don't think so. I know that I could do a full review on the Longchamp Rousseau phone bag for you. Very happy with that purchase and quite surprised that it washed off. Now we come to the most exciting item that was giving me up and downs, up and downs. Actually, I have 2 items left and I bought both from the same seller. You actually know that one of the pieces is a Fendi bag, possibly a Fendi vintage bag. I spotted the sales booth and they had quite some branded items. I recognized when a lady was asking for a Burberry shirt, not shirt, a pullover, wool shirt in red, very nice. It was a young man or boy, well maybe he was 18, around that age, with his possibly mother or maybe even grandmother, and they had together that sales booth. He had a lot of branded stuff for his young age. He asked for 100 euro on that Burberry pullover. Unfortunately, I did not film at that sales booth. I didn't film at any of the sales booths where I was considering to actually purchase something. First, I get excited when I spot something that I really want to get, and secondly, I don't want to shove my camera or my phone into people's faces because I don't want to seem unpleasant. I want to have room to haggle with people, so I'm not that good at filming when I have the actual intention of purchasing something, so unfortunately I don't have any footage of that sales booth or the other items they sold. So that young boy, man, however old he might have been, had a lot of branded stuff and he wanted 100 euro for that Burberry pullovers. Definitely knew the worth of the items he had. When I realized that he had so much branded stuff, I got curious in his mom's or grandma's stuff as well, and from across the booth I spotted this Fendi bag hanging on a clothing rack. And I was like, I immediately recognized the pattern. I ran over and my first impression was, this is authentic. This is authentic vintage Fendi. Then I asked for the price and the lady said 5 euro. And I thought, well, 5 euro, her son or grandson or whatever it is asking for 100 euro on a Burberry pullover, so they definitely know the worth of items and she just wants 5 euro for that bag. It's probably inauthentic. Then I took a closer look and I was like, well, but somehow it looks like vintage Fendi bags. 5 euro doesn't hurt. I probably should get it and just get it authenticated later and check it out in depth later. So I even haggled because that's something I always do. I suggested 4 euro, she agreed, and then I just put it in my bag and did not even want to look deeper into it until I'm at home because I didn't want to waste my time with research. The story will go on, but first I show you the other item I bought at the same sales booth from that same older lady, which is a pair of Bali sandals. With them I had quite an up and down roller coaster of feelings as well. They are from Bali and they are men's sandals, but since I have quite big feet, they do fit me and I think they are quite unisex. And when I asked for the price on those, she said 40 euro. And then I thought to myself, well, it would have been possible that she has very low prices and just the boy asked for high prices on his items. But when she wants 40 euro for Bali sandals, there's no way she would sell a Fendi bag for 5 or even 4 euro. Since I was on the hunt for black plain leather sandals, I said 30, she said 35, we agreed and I bought the shoes. Later on I felt like, well, 35 euro for a pair of sandals in very good condition but already worn, that was not the greatest deal of all times. Tiny regrets until I went home and did some research and I found out, oof, how expensive has Bali become. Men's sandals, leather sandals like this are between 450 up to 600 euro. So then I felt like, wow, okay, 35 euro was a very great price and I have already worn them several times after the flea market and it's not already that long ago, so they have been a great purchase and they are definitely worth the 35 euro I paid, especially since I needed black plain sandals. But back to the Fendi bag. When she wanted 35 euro for Bali, how could a 5 euro Fendi bag be authentic? My hopes were quite down again. Well, I had already purchased it and I thought to myself, if it turns out not being authentic, I can just donate it. When we were done with our flea market shopping, I inspected the bag closely in the car and I felt like, somehow this is not really the quality I would expect from a Fendi bag. I had a feeling it's inauthentic again. But then I started doing some more research and I found out that this exact style does exist. In the 70s and 80s, this bag was available. Then I had a better feeling again. Then I took a closer look at the similar bags in that style and they had a different interior. Then I thought again, well, probably mine is not authentic. Then I looked deeper and I found some more bags and quite some of them have quite different interiors, and this kind of metal label seems to be from the 70s and 80s, and I don't know if the replicas back then have been that good, because if that bag is more than 50 years old, it held up quite well, I would say. I still don't know for sure. I just know that I paid very little and this was definitely worth it to me. Taking the risk and getting it authenticated later on. I'm not sure yet if it will turn up authentic or inauthentic. It's not exactly my style, but how could I leave it behind at that price point if there is the chance of it being an authentic Fendi vintage bag? Whew. And I think that's everything for today. I hope you enjoyed my little flea market vlog with the haul of things I got at the Nuremberg flea market. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time and bye! Interesting, I thought this would be a very quick video because I did not even buy that much, but somehow I rambled on and rambled on and rambled on and this got quite long. Well, hope you still enjoyed watching. Hi and very welcome. My name is Mary. This is my channel Louis Level Up, and it's not my fault that my, what are you, brother-in-law wanted to show his face in the intro. I just filmed a quick clip. Hi and no, I already had that part. I filmed it out and about.